On the opening day of competition, we've had a few lay days here in Paradise, and we're seeing the world's best compete on this slabbing left-hand reef break called Teahupo'o. Filipe Toledo in the lineup now, positioned runner-up on the Jeep leaderboard. Coming into stop number 7, takes on Joan Duru from France, who's 24th in the world, and a wild card. Tyler Newton from the island of Kauai, getting runner-up in the trials to Calivast. Will get a chance to upset.
Italo did it very easily. Looked good, looked strong. Great wave selection.
Could be getting a start here, BL, with Toledo in motion. Going to turns, clean vertical off the roof. Wrapping cutback for Toledo, and he hops out of there. Let's have a look at this opening maneuver here.
Okay, just waits and sees that lip, straight up vertical re-entry. Shame this wave didn't stand up and wall up a little more on this inside and give him the chance to get a couple more, but that was a warm-up wave.
Just a couple of seasons to be a true world title threat. Let's go back to Toledo in motion.
Two-turn combination on the outside, pulls through the back.
Toledo loving this tropical environment, wearing the Phantom board shorts at the moment. He'll lock into this left. Toledo going for the shove it off the roof, and he's down. And a lot of the best surfers went over to Moorea to replant the coral reef, as we have Filipe Toledo in motion. Clean snap to start. Toledo driving through that lip section. Current number 2 in the world, kicks out.
Time and time again, the best surfers in the world on this tour and in the free surf world just seem to magically pull it off as we see the replay.
Duru now setting the pace. That frontside wrap hits that section hard. Layback hack off the lip for Duru for 3 maneuvers. And the technique to lay flat to avoid the reef.
In and out, and Joan Duru, he decided it was time to pull the trigger. Been sitting for near on 12 minutes. Drops down the face and then to a nice floater out of the lip. And then one more nice layback snap. Nelly catches it and pulls it off. And you see, as you said, Joey, that sort of flat fall so that he doesn't go too deep or penetrate. And there's that beautiful layback snap, critical, tight in the pocket. Great angle.
And in perfect waves as well, as we look at a first turn from Duru. Joan frontside wrap. Still carving through that messy, whitewatery inside corner. But 3 turns on that wave as well. 3.77 on his start. Duru looking for a 3.41 to take Filipe's lead.
This wave here, you see him drop down the face, just snaps out of the top confidently. There's a lot of whitewater here. Doesn't even affect the flow of his board or the way his rail's moving through the water. Sitting on top, clean in transition. That was a really well-surfed wave.
An interesting balance, staying present, allowing yourself to just be right where you need to be to prepare for the big events. Toledo's got some face to work with. Backhand carve through the foam climb. And a little backhand hack. He's got the lip now to crush. Toledo fitting in another big hack on the dry reef.
See the replay of Filipe snap out of the top there, first one. Comes around and really late whitewater foam climb. The wave just held up and stayed off the reef and kept delivering with this wall. Nice vertical re-entry. It was at this point that you knew the score was the best of the heat. One last one onto the reef and out cleanly. Great ride from Filipe. Not the sort of ride that you know, in his visual and mental preparation for coming to this event, he would have been thinking about. But today's conditions, you've got to be flexible, you've got to be adaptable, and you've got to be able to go to the rail and into the turns. And it wasn't like that wall tapered off really quickly into the channel or onto the reef. It actually stood and just continued to deliver.
It looks like we've got Tyler in motion. Newton, the wild card. Filling that rail down a couple times, a couple of quick backside wraps. And he'll hop out of
So perhaps an opportunity missed, but he's up again.
Joan Duru, quick blitz of the lip there on the forehand. Hangs onto that rail hard on the back foot. He'll whip it one more time. Can he get a 4th maneuver in opposite kick out over the shallow reef? Duru's dropped to 2nd. Toledo's wave before the 4.53.
Backhand is lethal as well. There's that first re-entry. Nice wall in front of him. Tight snap there. Difficult part of the wave to turn, and another critical maneuver. So that wave could have been one of those waves you might have thought you were going to get barreled and started to waste it thinking that. Joan didn't spend any time wondering what he was going to do. Just went straight to the turns. Got 3 beautiful ones done.
Toledo swinging, live action. Big vertical re-entry. Little setup carve, more room on this inside section. Jams it nice and tight, not afraid to sneak in the float over the dry reef. And Filipe needing that number if he wants to win. Duru just got the lead back at a 4.77.
A little bit fluffy and light, particularly along the lip line, where Joan's had that steepness and that verticalness. So there's some information there. Look for the waves that are hollowing out, cupping out, because you can go to turns, but if you just go to turns, it may not get you the score you need either. Because if Filipe Toledo's turns don't get it, there's an indication that you need to get those right waves still. Got to have the size, got to be sensed, as we see Filipe just doing what he does beautifully, orchestrate, hitting all the right marks. Tyler Newton
gassing his way down the line. He's got some size to back him up here. Hits that pockety section. That'll put him out in front. And didn't really set up the way he was anticipating. He'll hop out of there. Tyler now needing a 6.83 to catch up to Toledo. Duru now leaving that mark out the back to improve on a 3.97. Thought about pulling in, going to turns. Beautiful down carve for Duru. Wraps it high off the top into this end section. He'll jam it nice and controlled because of the reef into the pit with Toledo. A short vision, but knowing that he's in the barrel, it still looks beautiful and a fun treat for a surfer traveling around the world to see what Filipe saw, even on a 1-foot wave. Riders World, Raimana's World, two good friends that have seen a lot over the years on this reef. I can't believe the wave that Raimana got before this event started. As we'll get right back into this one with Joan Duru. Getting the exit, wrapping it shut. Last wave of 4.6 from the panel.
There's been 28 minutes of surfing go on, and I haven't really got going. I still only need a 6.83, and they've had sort of 5 and 7 rides each, the best surfers in the world. I'm in this. I'm waiting. I'm going to turn the priority that he now has, as we see this replay of Joan, that priority that he's got now. This is a super important priority, and converting this into a score over 5 would seriously project you into a position of advance. But at the same time, you know what's out there, you know what they're thinking, and you have to change that.
And then you got the Billabong Pro win at Big Pipeline. That had to feel fantastic. Joan Duru in this one, up and out. And now seeing an opportunity, setting up for Tyler. Not much of an opportunity there for maneuvers, so he'll casually surf this one through the channel. Waiting so long for something to really open up and get hollow. Probably seeing maybe the best waves that we had from Ace Bucket, Italo in that 7 range. Well, now we'll close this one out, and it hasn't been all about the top seeds getting the wins today. We'll get Joan Duru with a big win. Filipe Toledo advancing in second. And wildcard Tyler Newton dealing with the elimination round potentially later on today. Low scores there, all about maneuvers. Duru on top with that power-based action on his forehand here at Teahupo'o, Tahiti.